The first break that didn't feel like an ending, it did not begin with a dramatic resignation or a final goodbye. It started with a quiet decision to pause. After years of moving from one goal to the next, the idea of stepping away for a few months felt unusual, almost uncomfortable. There was no traditional milestone marking the moment. No retirement party, no closing chapter. Just a deliberate break from routine, yet that pause changed how time itself felt. The traditional timeline we were taught, most people grew up with a similar structure in mind. Study work, build a career, and then eventually retire. Life is often imagined as a straight line with a clear endpoint where rest finally begins. This timeline creates a sense of direction, but it also delays many experiences until later in life. It assumes that exploration, rest, and reflection belong at the end rather than throughout the journey. What a micro-retirement feels like a micro-retirement is not about stopping forever. It is about stepping away temporarily. During that time, the rhythm of daily life changes. Mornings are no longer defined by schedules or deadlines. Time becomes more open, sometimes even unfamiliar. At first, there can be a sense of uncertainty. Without constant structure, people begin to notice how much of their identity was tied to productivity. Rediscovering time without urgency, one of the most noticeable shifts is the absence of urgency. Without constant deadlines, activities take on a different pace. A walk is no longer something to fit between tasks. A conversation does not need to be rushed. Even simple routines begin to feel different. Time feels less like something to manage and more like something to experience. Seeing life beyond productivity, modern life often measures value through output. Work completed, goals achieved, progress made. During a micro-retirement, that measurement becomes less central. People begin to notice aspects of life that are not tied to productivity. Curiosity, creativity, and reflection become more visible. Without the pressure to constantly produce, attention shifts toward understanding rather than achieving. Moments that feel larger than before, when schedules slow down, small moments become more noticeable. The details of a place, the sound of a conversation, the feeling of being present in a moment. These experiences may have always been there, but they were often overlooked in faster routines. Slowing down changes how those moments are perceived. Rewriting what a life path looks like, micro-retirements challenge the idea that life must follow a single continuous path. Instead of one long career followed by a final retirement, life can include multiple pauses, shifts, and transitions. People may step away, return with new perspectives, and change direction along the way. The timeline becomes more flexible. Balancing structure and freedom, while the freedom of a break can be refreshing, it also reveals the importance of balance. Complete absence of structure can feel disorienting after a while. Many people begin to create new routines that combine freedom with purpose. The experience becomes less about escaping structure and more about redesigning it. A different way to think about the future: after experiencing a pause, the future may look different. Instead of working continuously toward a distant retirement, people may begin to think about how to integrate rest and exploration throughout life. The idea of waiting decades for freedom becomes less appealing when shorter periods of freedom are possible along the way. Final thoughts: micro-retirements offer a different way to think about time, work, and life itself. By stepping away temporarily, people can experience life outside of constant productivity and reconsider what truly matters to them. Rather than following a single fixed timeline, life can become a series of phases shaped by reflection, exploration, and intentional choice. Thanks for watching.